Following the affirmation of the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry that peaceful Nigerian citizens protesting police brutality were killed at Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos a year ago, reactions have poured in, including from the 2023 presidential aspirant, Kingsley Moghalu, who in a statement urged President Muhammadu Buhari to take responsibility as the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces for the Lekki Toll Gate incident. Moghalu also used the opportunity to offer his heartfelt condolences to the families of the deceased victims of the Lekki massacre. Let's take you now to where it all began, the Lekki Toll Plaza. Arise correspondent SEYITAN ATIGARIN, who actually covered the sittings of the Lagos Judicial Panel of Inquiry in restitution for the victims of SARS-related abuses from the very inception, joins us from there. SEYITAN, good afternoon. So you're speaking at ground zero. Can you take us through what has happened so far?
We do know that the judicial panel ended on the 19th of October 2021. And at the end, Justice Doris Okuwobi did in fact say that they were going to submit the final reports to the Lagos State government. Well, that's what happened yesterday at the governor's office in Alausa, where they handed 2 reports to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at about 9 p.m. last night. That report was made public, and a lot of damning reports have come out of it. For one, the judicial panel has likened the shooting that happened at the Lekki Toll Gate on October 20th, 2020 as a massacre. It described it as a massacre. It did describe the fact that the protesters were here and they were unarmed, waving the Nigerian flag and of course singing the national anthem, but they were still shot at. They also said in their report that police officers, Nigerian police officers were here on ground zero on the night of the 20th of October up until the morning of the 21st, and also tried to cover up the shootings by picking up the bullets and taking it back with them. They did also say that the Lekki concession company manipulated the CCTV footage that they presented during the panel sittings that happened earlier this year.
All right, SEYITAN. Quite a damning report, I must actually say. But now, looking at it closely, let's talk about the victims right about now. And the question now is this. Okay, can this begin to bring some sort of closure to those victims, especially those who survived this horrendous act that we witnessed last year, October? Is this some sort of relief for them? Because for a long time, people like DJ Switch were being called liars, and also people that sought to probably cool down this nation. Talk to us about this.
Well, we do know that the protests are one that largely happened on ground, but also on social media. As of yesterday, when the report hit the internet, a lot of people were grateful and, satisfied with the reports that actually showed that people were shot here at the Lekki Toll Gate. Part of the findings that the panel submitted to the governor yesterday was a 48-man list of casualties, names of people who had lost their lives or sustained very serious injuries at the Lekki Toll Gate. They also shared a list of 13 people who had been compensated as were related to the Lekki Toll Gate incident. Of the 32 recommendations that were given by the panel, one of those recommendations, in fact, says that they should make sure that they look into those that were shot or killed here at the Lekki Toll Gate and make sure that a compensation is given to them very fast, so that it can start the healing process. Of course, Aaron, this does not bring back the lives that were lost on that day, but it shows a sign of good faith that the panel is willing to show that, in fact, there was a massacre here at the Lekki Toll Gate and something will be done about it.
You've been covering this since the very beginning. You have been our Lekki Toll Gate guru. You have seen everything that's been happening, and you've also heard a lot of the reports that have contradicted what we are now finding out to be true. What do you think will come of this? Do you think that those who have said that it did not happen will backtrack? Will there need to be that statement of them actually acknowledging it in order for healing to even begin, do you think?
Well, at this point, I really believe that any other figure on this matter can't really be listened to, because the Lagos Judicial Panel was set up for this exact reason, to find out what happened at the Lekki toll gate. They had the best implements, they had the best instruments to find out. They had a lot of sittings with the military, with members of the Nigerian police force, with victims, and of course even members of the team that was here on the ground that day. And for them to come to this conclusion, I really believe that they have crossed their T's and dotted their I's before handing over that report. So that is the authority figure we are looking at. The Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry. They have released their report, and that is the only thing that stands right now.
All right, I want to say many thanks to you, SEYITAN ATIGARIN, for actually bringing us massive coverage over the last 1 year, both of the judicial inquiry and also the Lekki shootings there.